In the video today, we're going to be switching so one of the brackets includes a negative term. So from 2x add 3 to 2x subtract 3. That means a quick prior knowledge check on our negative number operations. So can you pause the video here, please, and try these 4 questions. Your answer should be positive 15 with 2 of the same signs, negative 15 when it's negative multiplied by positive, positive 2 because you're going to go above, and negative 2. Straight into an F3 question now. Let's keep this one here. X subtract 3 multiplied by x add 5. So the only thing that is unusual about our grid is the subtract 3 column instead of a positive 3 column. Now x multiplied by x is x squared, positive 5 multiplied by x is positive 5x, but negative 3 multiplied by x would be negative 3x. And now positive 5 multiplied by negative 3, they're different signs, it'll be a negative number, negative 50. Again, we're just collecting our like terms. So here we've got positive 5x and negative 3x. We have x squared. We've got positive 5x and you're taking away 3x. Positive 5 and you're taking away 3. So that would be positive 2x. And then you have the negative 15. So I've dealt with all of my terms all together, and that is my polynomial. Give this one a go now with F4. The only thing that's changed is the coefficient of x from 1x to 2x, from 1x to 4x. Pause the video here and try it yourself. Your grid should look like this. And I can start to write down my polynomial. 8x squared, because of the 4 multiplied by the 2. I've got like terms here, 10x subtract 12x. So starting at 10, you're subtracting 12, you'll end up with negative 2x. I've dealt with my like terms, and now the negative 15. My polynomial over here. Now let's compare F3 and F5. These two examples. Instead of negative 3, I'm putting positive 3 in the first bracket. Instead of positive 5, I'm putting negative 5. Does this change our answer? Have I switched the brackets or just switched the signs? Pause the video here and try the grid yourself. This should be your grid. Now let's compare our F3 and our F5 grid. Instead of negative 3, I had a positive 3. So that's affected the term underneath it. Instead of a positive 5, I had a negative 5. So that's affected this term as well. But this negative 15 hasn't changed, even though it's been multiplied by 2 changed terms. That's because I'm still multiplying a positive and a negative, and it's still negative. I'm still multiplying a positive and a negative, so my answer is still negative here. Okay, so my polynomial, x squared, negative 5x, and then you're adding 3x, negative 5x, and then you're adding 3x, will be negative 2x. Dealt with my like terms, and then the negative 15 as well. And that's the polynomial. Remembering to always start your polynomial with the highest power of x, and then go downwards. And now to compare F4 and F6. Again, my coefficients of x are changing from 1 to 2, but my signs are changing in their position. Pause the video here and try the grid yourself. What's going to change between this first grid and this second grid? Again, the only terms that changed were the coefficients of x. from positive to negative. So you might already be able to see how our polynomial is going to change. We have 8x squared, positive 12x taking away 10x. Positive 12 taking away 10 is positive 2. And we have our x as well. And now negative 15. Dealt with all of my terms, my polynomial is written right here. Let's review these answers to see if we can spot any shortcuts. What's the same and what's different? Between F3 and F5, we had positive 2x and negative 2x. What was affecting that change? That positive 2x came from the positive 5 taking away 3. This positive 5 and you're taking away 3. This negative 2 came about because it was negative 5x adding 3x. So does that mean a negative sign in the first bracket always means a positive x coefficient? Let's look over here. Not quite. A negative sign in the first bracket meant a negative x coefficient. So where did this one come about? This one was because we had negative 12x from the negative 3 times 4, adding on 10x from the add 5 multiplied by 2. And finally this one. This one was a positive 2x. And that came from positive 3 multiplied by 4, subtracting 5 multiplied by 2. It's having a look very closely to see where these coefficients come from.